Hey, this is Eric Curts, and welcome to this short video about how you can have your students watch YouTube videos safely. Now, what do I mean by safely? Well, for example, let's take this video here. This is a video I made a while back. You may recall when we had the ice bucket challenge craze going on. At that time, people were recording videos of them dumping ice water on their heads for a wonderful cause to raise money for ALS. I did a video as well. In my case, though, I kind of chickened out a little bit. I did the video inside of Minecraft. So I dumped a virtual bucket of water on my head in Minecraft. Anyway, though, that's kind of beside the point. But the point is, so what we've got is this video here as an example on YouTube. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause that just for a second there. Excellent. Now, when a student would go and view a video on YouTube, that's great. So you can find this wonderful educational video, whatever it might be, and you could send them the link or give them that link so they can go to YouTube and view it. And they can view the video, but that's not all that they're going to see when they're on YouTube. Chances are, on the right-hand side, they're going to see suggested videos. Well, in this case, as you can see, even though my ice bucket challenge is a perfectly nice video there, we do have a couple here on the side that might not be appropriate for your students. Then, in addition to the suggested videos on the side, if you do let the video get all the way to the end, after it's over, you'll also get suggested videos that show up after the video. And then if you scroll down below the video, there'll be a section there for comments. Now, all that's here is just my quick little comment, but sometimes the comments as well could be distracting at best, or maybe inappropriate at worst. So the point is, you may find a wonderful educational video on YouTube, and there are just so many millions of great math and science and social studies and language arts and all these great videos out there that you can use with your students, but maybe you're a little hesitant about giving them that link to go view that video and not being sure what they may actually end up seeing in addition to that video. So what can you do about that? Well, here's 3 ideas for you we're going to take a look at, and certainly there may be many more. I'd love to hear other people's ideas on this, but here's at least 3 you could consider. So here we go. First choice. There's a great website out there called ViewPure. That's at viewpure.com. And basically the way the site works is you start by grabbing the web address of your YouTube video that you want the kids to watch. So I'll come here and I'm going to copy the YouTube link. Then I'm going to go over to the ViewPure website. I'm going to paste that in, and I can just go ahead and hit Purify if I want and be done with it, but there's also a little gear here if you do want to click on, and they can give you a few more options. So for example, I can set a start time and an end time if I just wanted them to see a certain portion of the video, for example. Well, for this, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and take the normal video as it is. But what's going to happen is if I come to ViewPure and I put that YouTube link in, if I click the Purify button, it is now going to create a web page here where the video plays completely by itself. Nothing else is here. There's no suggested videos on the side. There's no ads around it. There's no comments at the bottom. And if we get to the very end of the video, again, let's get to the very end. When it finishes, it just finishes. It doesn't autoplay the next video. It doesn't show suggested videos. So the idea is ViewPure will create a unique URL. So if you look at the top here, I now have a viewpure.com web address with a special code on there. And that is the link that I want to give to my students now. Rather than giving them the original ice bucket challenge video from YouTube, I'm giving them the same video, but I'm giving it to them with the viewpure.com web address. And so when they click that link, they're just going to see the video and nothing else. So that's one option. What's another option? Okay, option 2. Another thing you can do is you can use a tool like Google Slides. Now, if you create a Google slideshow, just go to Google Drive, click New, click Google Slides, create a Google slideshow. In there, you can go to one of your slides and you can insert YouTube videos into Google Slides as well. So if I come here and I go, let's insert, we'll go up and click on insert, then we'll come down to video. At that point, I can either search for a video, or again, I can just paste in the address, and we're just going to stick with the same video. Just go ahead and paste that in. And once I put that address in, it's going to find that video, and I can select it, click on the select button, and it's going to drop that video onto my slide. Now I can move it around, just click in the middle and drag, and I can grab the little handles in the corners to make it bigger or smaller. The point is, when I'm all done with this and I want my students to view this completed slideshow, I can, of course, go to File and say Publish to the Web. That will allow me to get a link to give them. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get our link here. So I'll copy that link to the slideshow. Now, if we were to go and we were to paste that link in, and we'll go ahead and start that up. There we go. When the student gets to the slide that has the video on it, again, notice there's nothing else there but the video. If they hit play, they're not going to get any of these suggested videos. There's no comments. And again, if it gets all the way to the very end of the video, when it gets to the end, it just gets to the end. It doesn't bring up suggested videos or try to play something else. That's another great way to provide the video to your students without all the other stuff that may come along. All right, let's try one more. Third option. Another thing you can do is you can take YouTube videos and you can embed them in websites and blogs and other Web 2.0 tools. So I'm going to do this with Google Sites, but it works pretty much the same with other tools that are out there. So I'm going to go back to my YouTube video one last time. And you'll notice that underneath my YouTube video, if I scroll down just a little bit, there is a link that says share. So go down below the video, click on the share link. And when you do that, you'll see that it brings up this section here where it gives you all these sharing options, including the normal link. But next to that, you'll also see a link that says embed. So if you click share and then you click embed, it gives you this special embed code. Now, if you want even more features, there's a show more button below there. And I can then go in and say, okay, I don't want to just embed it. I want to pick a certain size. So maybe make it smaller or make it larger. And notice again, I can have unchecked to show suggested videos when the video finishes. So basically, I'm just going to get the video and nothing else. So at that point, all I have to do is copy this special code, this special embed code. And then if I go over to Google Sites, for example, or Blogger, or whatever other web design tool that I'm using, I should be able to add that special embed code right into my website. So I'm going to go ahead and go into edit mode here in Google Sites. And I'm going to come down here and say that I want to insert that embed code. Well, I can't just paste it in. I mean, I could, but that's not going to do any good because, well, I'll show you. It's just a bunch of code. And that would just show up as a bunch of code. To actually do an embedding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, and then choose More Gadgets. And in Google Sites, one of the gadgets you can grab is the Embed gadget. This lets you embed things from other services. So I'm going to select that, and that's where I can paste in that code. Now again, your mileage will vary. It's going to be a little different on Blogger versus Google Sites versus other tools. Sometimes you just have to switch to HTML mode and you can paste it in that way, and that works fine. Just kind of depends upon what service you're using. In this case, I'm also going to need to adjust the size of this to match. So what was that, 853? And 480. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that in. And of course, I can control if there's a title and a border and all that. Well, let me go ahead and hit OK. It's going to drop that gadget in. Let me hit save. And now on my Google Sites webpage, a student could come to this webpage, and again, they could play that video right there embedded in my Google Site page without any of the other stuff around. All right. Well, there are a lot of great things on YouTube, many millions of educational videos. And so hopefully using things such as ViewPure or Google Slides or Google Sites and embedding the video into there gives you some options to be able to share these educational videos with your students without the concern about some other things that they could come across. Well, hopefully you find that to be helpful. Please be sure to visit my blog at controlaltachieve.com to stay up to date on all my latest blog posts, to access all of my other resources that I've got there, as well as my webinars. I do about 2 of those a month. And there's even a spot there to sign up for my periodic email newsletter to stay in the loop as well. Thank you guys so very much. Take care.